Last weekend I went to the Hackney Half Marathon. My son-in-law and my daughter and a few of her friends were running in the event. I also did a run with them on the Saturday morning. It was an amazing weekend. 22,000 runners, all of whom had trained hard for this 13-mile run. But what impressed me most was the atmosphere. Not only was there 22,000 runners, but at least as many, probably more, spectators, all lining the streets as the runners filed past, cheering, shouting, blowing horns, holding up posters, all there for one reason, to show their support and to encourage those that were taking part. One poster stood out to me and it said, "Fully committed, only half mad." Fully committed. When I think of what it means to have life fully committed, life to the full, I think about experiences like this. For the runners and many of us spectating, it was far more than just an achievement. It was special because of the profound sense of purpose and mission, and the fact that it was a shared journey, all together against the clock, and each with their own personal goal, spurring one another on to get their aching bodies over the line. I have never felt so inspired and deeply moved to see so many people making a deep connection and a sense of being fully alive, being part of a crowd of thousands that cheered, and not only for their friends and family members, but every runner that ran past, some catching your eye as they did so. And in that moment you became their biggest fan, sharing in their achievement and encouraging them, a sense of pride in a complete stranger, because you can see in that small glance what they are going through. As a Christian, I believe God created me to not merely exist, but to embrace life to the full. Jesus, in fact, said, "I have come that you may have life and have it in all its fullness." I find that inspiring, in the deep belief that I am made for God, that I am not some accident of biology, but created for a purpose. For me, as a result, faith in Jesus should be anything but boring. At my worst, I trudge through days with little regard for others, but at my best, I celebrate my place in the universe, and I treat those around me as teammates and not strangers. It's easy to feel this sense of living life to the full when you're surrounded by over 50,000 other people at a running event. I hope I can do it again and maybe even one day take part. But we must remember that life with Jesus, wherever we are and whoever we're with, we join with millions of others who, just like the runners at the Hackney Half Marathon, are part of something bigger than themselves. I'm determined to live Jesus' words and live life to the full, and embrace, in fact run after, every opportunity that Christ has laid before me. And maybe when I do, I can remember the day that I stood with thousands of people, cheering, holding up posters, clapping and blowing horns, simply because I have chosen to enter the race.